Alright, I've been having a problem with the instrument gauge on my Skoolie, which is a 2002 AmTran International bus. I found a really interesting video last night on YouTube by Stephen Brick, link will be in the description, about basically there's a green plug on the back of the instrument panel that needs to be shimmed to the left. Like if you reach under and touch it when your instrument gauge isn't working, it'll come back on. I tested it last night after I watched the video, and that was in fact the case. It was difficult to see kind of what Steven was showing on his video, so I'm just going to show you what I've done, and then we're going to test it and then see if it works, and I'll update later again to see if it is a more permanent fix. So you can see my instrument cluster right here. I'm going to go ahead and just cut all of this out with my Dremel tool because I want to be able to pull my gauge cluster and service it without pulling this thing, because this wood and plastic thing is already cracked some. And anyways, so there is the green plug right there. That is the one. You can see that I've made a couple of tiny little shims here with little pieces of just leftover galvanized sheet metal, and that's going to push it to my left. Now if you reach underneath it and pull it to the left how Steven did in his video, it came back on and then it just stays on. So I went ahead and sprayed the console with, or sprayed the connectors with the cleaner, and then I put some dielectric grease on it. So we'll see what happens. I'll make sure that it's connected nice and tight. And here goes. The gauges did that before. They reset themselves before when I was using it, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's working. And then they reset again when it starts up, and looks like we're good. Actually, the fuel gauge might actually be working because it's been stuck on like a quarter tank for forever. So the fact that it has a different reading than before, maybe I'll get lucky and the fuel gauge will start working again. So there you go, quick update. If you're having a problem with your instrument panel, maybe that might be your quick fix. I don't know if it'll be viable long term or not, but it's good to know that if your instrument's cut out and you're on the road, you might be able to do this little quick fix to be able to make sure that you're monitoring your oil pressure and your temperature, alternator, etc. So